Hi traders, Mandy here from High Performance Trading. So someone on Twitter asked me actually if I could elaborate a little more on my favorite Bollinger Band reversal pattern. Now, I would like to explain that not only as an entry, but also as an exit signal. And this is an example of a trader who's located in Europe. And he had this beautiful trade. He caught this beautiful move to the downside and didn't get out and gave all his profits back, right? So he had too much fun at the party, didn't want to go home, and ended up with a hangover. So you can see what price did afterwards. It actually came all the way back up, another 400 points. And I mean, he got out at his original stop loss. So he had a trade that was beautiful in profit that got out at his original stop loss, and it was very bitter for him. Now, the reason why he didn't get out was because on the Monday, on the Easter Monday, you can see the Dow actually hit the 40,000. Again, it's the morning in Europe, and then collapsed, did a sideways pattern, and took another leg down. And because it was Europe, in Europe there's actually Easter Monday is a public holiday, so he was away hiking and missed this whole first move. And when he came back from hiking, he was really annoyed with himself that he missed this beautiful move. But you see, the Dow gave him another opportunity on his Tuesday morning, and so he got this move. Now, here he got out, funny enough, because it hit the 39,000. But then he took another entry on, let me show you. He took another entry on the day after at the close of this big red candle. His stop loss was all the way up here. So quite a large stop loss because the candles are so massive big. I mean, that's a 5-minute candle, right? And so price came right back up again, and he's like, oh man, my timing. But it never even got close to his stop loss. So it was, even though an hour of having to sit through really boring price action, eventually price continued to the downside. And when this level was breached, he actually added to his position. So this turned out to be an amazing trade, right? So turned out to be a mid four figures trade. But he didn't get out and gave all the profits back. And he forecasted that price is just going to put a sideways pattern in and then takes another leg to the downside like it did, on Monday, Tuesday. But you can see what happened. Price actually came all the way back up here. So eventually his original stop loss, that's where he got out. So he turned a beautiful profit into a painful loss. And he was really annoyed with himself the way that he managed that trade so badly. So let me show you how I would have managed that trade. I mean, and with the wisdom of hindsight, right? Monday morning quarterback, as one of my traders likes to say, and I just love this expression. So it's an American expression. It means that on a Monday morning, the quarterbacks can always talk very smart and say, well, I should have done this, should have done that. So I learned this new expression and I love it. So I love my Bollinger Band. I'll put that on. And you can see what happened here. So price really came down hard. And then that's on that 5-minute candle, came outside Bollinger's and had quite a gap to the Bollinger Band. And so my strategy is that if this level gets taken out to the upside, then I buy. So to me, it doesn't matter. It is a red body, but it doesn't matter. Preferably, it should be a green body, so it should be a bullish candle or bullish body. It doesn't matter to me though. So you can see then price came down a little, so there was still no entry. Then we have a bullish engulfing on this 5-minute candle. Now I love that. So on the close of this 5-minute candle, I would go long. And exit the short. So I just had to think about it. I knew there was something missing. So either you exit the short and then go long, or you just exit the short. Right? So that would be my strategy, because the probability of this to at least a mean reversion is quite high. If it continues to the downside and takes out that low, well, then I would just re-enter. And that's just it. And if it comes right back in, well, then I close my re-enter and take the other direction if I'm inclined so. But if that's a nice profit, like, several $1,000s, I mean, don't clown around. Just take the money, be grateful, and go and buy someone something nice, right? Share the love, I always say. So let me show you how that actually unfolded, because in hindsight, it always looks clear, but at the time, it might not look so clear. So I want you to train your eyes on what that would actually have looked like. So here's our bar. I wanted to do this on Trading Sim, but Trading Sim is not updated as yet, so unfortunately I have to use Trading View. I prefer Trading Sim because Trading Sim actually shows the candles as they unfold in real time, right? So with all the hard flutter when it goes close to your entry or far away again, whereas Trading View is just showing the complete candles. So it's kind of missing the fun a little, but that's okay. We'll make it work. So that was the candle. So I say to myself, we are outside Bollinger now. If that takes out this this level, then I close my position, my short position, and I might go long. Well, that's the next candle. It's like, oh, I didn't like this. And of course, it's like, oh, is it going to fail? Is it going to continue to the downside? Did I get out of my short too early? Maybe it's continuing, right? So all the thoughts naturally keep going through your mind, but it doesn't matter. You just stay your course, and you do what your plan was. And you just let the monkeys in your mind chatter and have a good time. So look, the next candle. That is beautiful, right? That's the bullish engulfing for me now. That's the one that came and closed right back inside the Bollinger. So I'm happy to go along here on this candle. So I closed out my short, let's say that, and I'm going to buy. Okay, the next candle opens higher, closes higher. Excellent, we stay in this trade. Next candle opens higher, closes higher. Wonderful. So now we have 15 minutes completed. Now I have a look at the 15-minute. I actually have all the time zones, time frames up. So you can see the 15-minute here, that was completely outside Bollinger. That's a really strong bullish reversal pattern. So I'm actually, even though my initial target was that level here, right? So this level that got hit a few times, I now think this is actually a bigger reversal pattern. Let's have a look at the 30-minute. Yeah, so that looks quite strong to me. And look at the previous level here as well that we didn't see before. So I might give it a chance to stay in longer, but now I'm looking at where would my stop loss be. So let's see the next candle. Opens higher, closes higher. So there's still no reason to exit, right? As long as it opens higher, closes higher, I stay in those bars. Opens higher, closes higher. So you can see it came right back into the structure. So what do I do now? So I know my higher time frames are bullish. Here, is that now a mean reversion, or is it going to collapse again? Yeah, and this is what my trader thought. He thought this is just going to retest and then going to do another leg to the downside. But we can see on the higher time frames that not quite sure. I mean, look at that. This is again a beautiful doji. Yeah, so that looks quite bullish to me. Let's go back to the 5-minute. Now, how do we manage this now? Question is, how far am I happy to let the profits run back? Because I've made all the beautiful profits here on this trade, I may be happy to let this one go a little further. I'm just looking now how the bars unfold. See, it tried to come through, but it closed still above the middle Bollinger, right? So now it's above the middle Bollinger. That's again bullish for me. Now I'm saying as long as my price stays above the middle Bollinger, and depending on, you know, if anything else happens, I might stay in this. Ah, lucky. But, you know, it's trying to come up. It's being rejected. So I'm really focused and cautious what's happening here. Sideways still, but, you know, that's just taking a break on base camp 1 before it's climbing further, unless it's coming back down through the middle Bollinger. Same thing. And now it's coming up. Open higher, close higher, open higher, close higher. Open higher, close higher, marginally. Open higher, close higher. So now I know for sure my exit is that middle Bollinger. Open higher, close higher. And I would pull up my stop loss here. Sideways, right? So now I don't need to worry because I have my profits in. See, it came all the way back down. So remember the middle Bollinger was the exit. I'm happy with my trade. Oh, I have to sell. I forgot. So he thought as well, well, it's going to continue to the downside, but it didn't. Yeah, so it just kept going up and sideways and up. And he had a little bit of a sleepless night. And that was it. So if he had used the middle, the Bollinger reversal pattern system, then he would have locked in the profits here and he would have been a happy person. You can see this one also looks like a middle Bollinger reversal pattern, but this is what I said before. This is inside the previous cluster and they don't count. Yeah, so we really need to move out of structure, an impulse move, preferable into a support or resistance area with a significant number. And then we have a really good trade set up here. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope it is useful for you. If you want to learn some more little nifty tricks, why don't you join us at our next Winning Traders Mindset course? I kept the price deliberately affordable, 550 Australian dollars if you join us before April 10. The reason I want you to join before April 10 is also because there's questionnaires that you have to fill in just to get the thinking going and just to get you prepared for the course itself. I will put a link with all the details into the right below. Well, thank you for joining the party, and I hope you find it very useful, and I wish you all the best.